What if I told you that 69,000 crypto users got their identity data stolen, not by hackers, not by malware, but by the very people who were hired to protect them? That's not a plot twist from a cybercrime movie, that's real life, and it just happened at Coinbase. Now, before you breathe a sigh of relief thinking, well, I'm with Pi Network, not Coinbase, hold up. Because this could easily affect any crypto ecosystem that handles KYC. Yes, even Pi Network. Today, we're diving into the messy, shocking, and honestly terrifying data breach that exposed the personal info of nearly 70,000 Coinbase users. We're talking full names, Idaho cards, email addresses, even social security numbers. But the plot thickens. It wasn't just a system error, it was an inside job, a betrayal from within. So the real question is Pi Network doing it better? Or are we just one bribe away from chaos? Now here's a question for you. Do you think Pi Network's decentralized KYC system is safe enough to protect us from an inside job like Coinbase's? Drop your answer in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my previous videos covering everything from Pi Network's price predictions to KYC progress and the latest ecosystem updates, links in the description. If you believe in Pi Network and its mission, drop Pi Network to the moon and your country name in the comments right now to show the world where our global community is watching from. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep delivering real, raw updates about Pi Network and the crypto world at large. Also, join our Telegram group and Facebook page for even more updates and pioneer discussions. This video is for entertainment purposes only and not financial advice of any kind. Be smart, stay informed, and always do your own research. Alright pioneers, let's get started. It started with trust, it always does. You open an account on a well-known crypto exchange, you upload your documents, you verify your identity, you expect security, professionalism, and privacy. But then, without warning, everything unravels. Coinbase, one of the world's most recognized crypto exchanges, has just exposed a dangerous truth. Insider threats are very, very real. In a recent legal bombshell, they revealed that 69,461 users had their personal and financial data stolen. Not by hackers in a faraway basement, but by customer support agents they hired, overseas contractors who were bribed to leak user information. That's not a bug, that's a betrayal. And it's triggered a chain reaction of fear, legal battles, and mistrust. Let's pause for a second. You might be thinking, well, that's Coinbase, not Pi Network. We're decentralized. We've got a better system. True, but this story is a cautionary tale. Because if it can happen at Coinbase, a company that's publicly traded, audited, and supposedly secure, who's really safe? Here's what makes the Coinbase scandal especially scary. The stolen data wasn't just some email addresses, it was full identity kits. Names, dates of birth, contact info, selfies, national ID scans, even social security numbers in some cases. And what did the criminals do with it? They launched targeted phishing scams, tricked users into handing over more private keys, and walked away with millions in stolen crypto. Then, like a bad action movie villain, they turned around and tried to extort Coinbase for $20 million in Bitcoin. Now let's zoom out and ask the big question. Could this ever happen to Pi Network? Let's be real, KYC is the gateway to mainnet. No KYC, no mainnet. And most of us pioneers have already handed over our ID cards, uploaded selfies, and completed verification to migrate. So, what's protecting us? Who has access to our data? And what makes Pi Network different from Coinbase? Here's where things get interesting. Pi Network's KYC system is unlike anything we've seen in the crypto space. It's not some outsourced third-party operation in another country. It's built in-house, powered by AI and supported by human validators from within the community. That's right. Real pioneers helping other pioneers get verified. No single office, no centralized team. Just a global, decentralized network of people and smart tech working together. That doesn't mean it's perfect. No system is. But it does mean one thing, it's a lot harder to bribe a community than it is to bribe a handful of underpaid call center agents. And in the world of crypto, that matters. But let's not get too comfortable just yet. This Coinbase drama is a wake-up call. It forces us to ask questions we've maybe avoided until now, like, who has back-end access to Pi Network's data? How is it encrypted? What happens if there's a breach? Will pioneers be informed immediately? Are there legal protections in place for users across all countries? If we've learned anything from Coinbase, it's that transparency matters more than ever. Users don't just want a fancy UI and smooth onboarding, they want to know that their identity won't be sold to the highest bidder. Now let's talk about timing. Coinbase dropped this bombshell, this massive breach of user trust just one day before changing their user agreement. You know what the change was? They made it harder for users to file lawsuits. Coincidence? I don't think so. In fact, 5 lawsuits have already been filed. 2 of them were submitted outside the court Coinbase prefers in New York, suggesting that users are looking for justice on their own terms. And you can't blame them. Even Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong came out on X, formerly Twitter, saying KYC is flawed, unpopular, and possibly unconstitutional. Funny timing, isn't it? A CEO talking about KYC being broken right after his company's KYC system leaked personal data. Meanwhile, Pi Network quietly keeps building, no major breaches, no mass data leaks, no lawsuits. Progress has been slow, sometimes frustrating, but steady. That doesn't mean Pi is immune to mistakes. Still, it shows we might be learning from others' failures. Take Coinbase, centralized KYC, one team, major breach. Now compare that to Pi Network. Decentralized KYC, built in-house, community-driven, and no known data leaks. It's not a contest, but the contrast is clear. The takeaway? Trust must be earned and protected, like your private keys. Pi Network still has work to do. We need transparency on data handling, regular reports, and clear answers about who can access our KYC info. But let's not ignore what we've built so far. This isn't just another Coinbase clone, it's something different. So pioneers, as we continue migrating to mainnet, building dApps and trading Pi in the ecosystem, let's not get complacent. Stay alert, stay involved, and always demand more from the platforms you trust. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about crypto, it's about control, about owning your identity, and making sure no one else ever gets to decide what happens to your data without your permission. Whether you're new to mainnet or you're already running your own Pi-powered store, this is a moment to reflect and recalibrate. The Coinbase breach is more than a news story, it's a mirror. And what we do next will define how Pi Network continues to grow in this new era of decentralized trust. So there you have it. Nearly 70,000 Coinbase users had their private data leaked, not by outside hackers, but from within the company itself. And this isn't just another crypto scandal. It's a warning shot for all of us, especially those of us in the Pi Network community who've already completed KYC and joined the open mainnet. Thankfully, Pi Network's decentralized, community-driven KYC system seems a lot more resilient. But that doesn't mean we stop asking questions or demanding transparency. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, show us some love. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share it with other pioneers so they stay informed and protected. It helps us a lot, and it helps the community grow stronger. Now here's a question for you. Do you think Pi Network should publish a detailed breakdown of how your KYC data is stored and protected? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you've got thoughts, ideas, or questions of your own, don't hold back. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next one.